If you don't like florals, let me say from 100 to a 50 drop and then to a 30 drop. Very heady again, orange blossom. Hi everyone, CeeChronicles here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. To those who are joining us here for the very first time, my channel consists of mostly fragrance reviews, but I do throw in lifestyle content as well. So if you like that kind of stuff, please do consider joining the family by subscribing. I'd appreciate you becoming part of the family. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers and supporters. Thank you guys so much for always rooting for me. I see you always. Today we're going to be talking about Lattafa Emaan. Obviously this is the third one. I did feature Lattafa Haya. For those who did not watch the full review, if you're interested in this range, you can go ahead to my previous videos and you'll see I featured Lattafa Haya, and then just the other day I did Lattafa Sakeena, and then the third one being this one. I don't know if they have more because Lattafa are always releasing fragrances, so by now the packaging is familiar if you watch the two videos I've been talking about, or if you've just seen this fragrance online. It sits in here, kind of like shakes about sometimes. So this is the box. Excellent work from Lattafa, a beautiful royal blue. Now I'm going to spray it on a tester paper. So for those who are interested in the atomizer, this is how the atomizer is. Okay, it's kind of like a mist. It gives off like a mist, as you see. This from the three is my least favorite. I was a bit underwhelmed, okay, and I'll tell you in a bit what I mean by that. This fragrance is listed as having orange blossom, bergamot and blackcurrant at the top, and then the mid of this fragrance is tuberose, jasmine and marigold. So it's going to be a white floral. It does also have vanilla in the base and some white musk. It also goes on to say cedarwood and patchouli. Now, one word: if you don't like florals, if you don't like bold florals, this fragrance is not going to be for you. What I get is a blast of white florals in the opening. It is quite loud. It has a very loud opening. The reason why I said I am underwhelmed, I feel Lattafa has probably done something like this before, or it is a DNA that has been done a gazillion times. This is the only reason I have a problem with Emaan. I don't have a problem with Haya and the other one. Haya has a gorgeous champagne note there with some rose and it's very bubbly. While, Sakeena has, those tropical fruits there. It's got raspberry and all. Maybe it's because I used a mental shortcut when I purchased it because the box is blue. It is a linear, pretty straightforward fragrance. What changes about it is it of course tones down. I get an active blackcurrant there at the top, which is quite short-lived, and I would have preferred that maybe it stays a little longer. I did like it in the 1 hour mark because it did kind of like settle down and became like a very airy floral, as opposed to being the green that it was, in the opening. This blackcurrant might actually come across as though it's like a raspberry there, but unfortunately it does not last for long. And if I'm to leave it there, I might get you guys buying the wrong thing, thinking, okay, it's got like a fruity thing going on. This is more of a floral than anything else. Very white floral. It has a very heady, again, orange blossom right there that's adding to those florals and intoxicating tuberose. And like I'm saying to you, it is a fragrance that is quite busy. It's quite bold. It's quite loud. The weird thing about it is it just fizzles. Like I'd say after the 2 hour mark, it just almost like from 100 to a 50 drop and then to a 30 drop, and then it is very faint after that. So I would have expected that with this boldness, coming through here from Emaan, it lasts a little longer, but unfortunately I didn't get a very good lasting fragrance here. But then again, it may be because maybe my bottle hasn't settled. I didn't want to wait off reviewing this fragrance because when I reviewed the first one, which was Haya, a lot of you guys wanted to know about these other ones. So I couldn't wait so much. I couldn't put it so much off not, reviewing these fragrances. So it could be that maybe it hasn't really kind of like mixed together proper. It does have a sharp marigold as well there with a musky as well. It does have a crowd pleasing appeal. This is the sort of fragrance that any woman who loves white florals is probably gonna like, has smelled like before, or anticipates to smell like someday. But to me, it gets a little bit busy, and maybe because I am sinus prone, I just tend to stay away from this kind of floral, especially if it's in your face. I can do florals, but not when they are just dumped in front of me like that. The DNA here is not that special. I would have thought that the effort that was put in that pink one and the like a maroon one, you know, they would have gone ahead and put something out there that is a bit different. I was thinking maybe it's going to be like an aquatic fun fragrance, but what I get is a DNA that has been done a lot of times before. This DNA is along the lines of Amouage Honor, but I'm also tempted to say Gucci Blue. The only reason why I'm saying Amouage Honor is the effort, you know, for Lattafa to dupe Gucci Bloom and then put all this work, you know, into the bottle, the presentation and everything, to me doesn't make any sense. So because of course Amouage Honor smells a little bit, or smells very close to Gucci Bloom, I'm gonna say that kind of scent profile, if you're into that kind of floral, then this is gonna be for you. I'm just gonna say it's 80% feminine leaning, but to you gents out there, if you are looking at buying this, this is not you may want to sniff this first, because it just gives me a very loud floral that is synonymous with most you know, fragrances that are made for women. You know, when I come to you guys with my presentations, I try to be thorough, and I did do a review of a fragrance of the Lattafa brand of Asdaf, and I can't remember what that one was, but that one smelled very similar to Elixir Lattafa Royal. So I thought, okay, I think I see what Lattafa is trying to do here. Maybe it's an Elixir Lattafa Royal dupe, because I don't honestly for the life of me understand why it would be packed in a, you know, like a royal blue bottle like this. I could be wrong or whatever, but I think if you know those three fragrances, they are bold. The royal has a, you know, like a rose up front there. It is a white floral fragrance, as well as Gucci Bloom, as well as Amouage Honor. If you like those three fragrances, then this is going to be up your alley. It has an unapologetic patchouli as well. I sprayed it on a dress and I sprayed it on my skin. On my skin, when I sniffed it like this, it was very loud in the opening, and then after about 30 minutes, it had completely done a U-turn, completely subtle, completely softened, becoming a, you know, like a femme fatale, sexy but light floral. But on the clothing, it was like upbeat. So yeah, it's one that is going to depend. Maybe it's because my skin just ate it up, or maybe it's because, you know, I didn't spray that much on my hand. I am going to bring all three for the benefit of people that don't want to watch singular reviews. Hopefully by then, maybe, you know, all the fragrances would have set. I've had this one for about a week, but you know, the shipping and everything, if it doesn't sit, sometimes it doesn't really say much of itself. But I think I can almost certainly say I kind of get this. I mean, it's what can happen after this is it can either be too much or just stay the way it is. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it at that. And lasting power for those who care, I'd say very active on clothing for 2 hours, and then it tones down. You can smell it literally the whole day, but it then tones down very much to become a very light floral after about 2-3 hours. Room filling, absolutely. This is a compliment getter to all those who want, because the florals are intoxicating, in your face, loud. There's no shortcut about this. That is what I had for you guys. Lattafa Emaan was the fragrance that we were talking about today. These fragrances are slowly getting into the market, so if you don't have your hands on them and you're looking for them, if you keep looking, you will probably find this. And I did notice that Notino UK now also sells some Lattafas, so if you can check Notino UK for the guys who are always in the comment section asking where they can get some of these fragrances. Some of them are on eBay, but the problem with eBay is the sellers will, you know, literally ask for anything that they want, and some of them ask for an arm and a leg. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just gonna keep this for the presentation. If my daughter can take this, she can, you know, wear the juice and still give me back my bottle. I think I really love this bottle. Turn on post notifications, guys. That's where you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. like this video if you like it, and share it if you want to share it. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.